Evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. Leadership within the Xavier Catholic school system has been under fire the last several months by parents, alumni, and staff. The new president is hoping to turn things around following that controversy. In a First Alert exclusive, Samantha Cavalli sat down with the incoming president, who says he's hopeful to turn the school system around.
Faith, family, and a call to Catholic education. Incoming President Terry Tyrrell is excited to lead Xavier Catholic schools into the future.
I think it's just a fantastic community.
Hired back in January, he has more than 25 years experience in Catholic education.
I've always worked in Catholic high schools, so the idea to be in charge of a system and be working with children from age 3 through 18 and the families is exciting.
This past school year has been an interesting one for the Xavier school system. The new president, Terry Tyrrell, is hoping to make a change and bring the school system back into a positive light. In November, high school principal Mike Mothy had been fired after a complaint was filed against him to the Diocese of Green Bay. From an open records request in March, Action 2 News learned Mothy was having inappropriate conversations over text and email with a now former student. Appleton police found no probable cause to criminally charge him.
You know, when you're in education long enough, every school goes through crisis moments. In these moments of challenge, you kind of rally together and through our Catholic faith and prayer, and then you move forward.
Since his hiring, Tyrrell has met with staff, students, and families to ensure trust back into the Xavier community, creating a path forward.
The school has been excellent for a long time, but continue that excellence and really move it forward in an exciting and innovative way.
This week, Xavier announced it hired a new high school principal, William Welch. Tyrrell is hopeful that Welch's deep understanding of the role faith plays in Catholic education will provide positive feedback following the controversy.
I think really the first 18 months of my tenure is going to really be about relationship building, empowering people to do their jobs, and hopefully through that there's trust that is built. But it'll take time.
Tyrrell officially takes office July 1st. In Appleton, Samantha Cavalli, Action 2 News.